Let me tell you of the days of high adventure.
Hello, I'm Eric.
And I'm Kevin.
And this is 6 Degrees of Schwarzenegger, the podcast where we take a long, hard look at some of our favorite action movies from the era of Arnold.
Schwarzenegger is the icon of the genre, and we're taking a deep dive into some of these 80s and 90s cult action movies and breaking them all the way down.
We love it.
Navy Seals.
My God.
I grew up watching this one a lot.
Yeah.
And it has aged very poorly. I'll just say that. It's aged very poorly. I loved it when I was a 10-year-old.
Yeah.
Now I love it because of how bad it is.
Yeah. Oh, no, 100%. This is a great movie to watch with a few buddies. You grab like a 12-pack or a rack or whatever.
For sure, dude.
Right?
You can halfway pay attention.
Yeah, absolutely. You get some chicken wings. You just shoot the shit about what's going on in your life. You check in on the movie once every like 20 minutes. It's great. It's like the perfect like background movie.
Well, so I hinted at it last episode, but I think it warrants like exploration. Like, has there ever been a really good Navy SEAL movie made? Can you think of a good Navy SEAL movie?
No, but I will tell you that they do some amazing video games that involve things, maybe not specifically.
Is that like Modern Warfare and stuff like that?
Yeah, like Black Ops or things like that. Like those games are pretty beloved, and they deal with the exact kind of missions that this movie goes through. And so maybe they're not necessarily like officially Navy SEALs,
yeah,
but they do take on the same mission types that this movie kind of explores.
I think, to me, I was thinking really hard, and there's like a lot of good movies that peripherally feature Navy SEAls, Zero Dark 30, fucking spectacular movie.
I still haven't seen that.
And at the very end, when it comes time for the mission, then the Navy SEAls come in,
right?
And it's like, and you watch them operate, and they're fucking great, dude. I was having a discussion with friends because they were raving about Project Hail Mary.
Did
you go see
fun.
Project Hail Mary?
It was super fun.
I thought it was good. I thought it was a 7 or a 7.5 out of 10 for me.
Good movie. Loved watching it in the theaters. Not going to be a classic.
Some of my other buddies
did not waste my time.
Some of my other buddies were like, "This is a fucking 10. This is a I'm like,
really?
I'm like, not to me.
I mean, I knew exactly what was going to happen at every moment in the movie. The script, but I don't mean that in a bad way.
No, it was
exactly what I wanted it to be, which was just a good evening at the movies.
And for me, when I say it's a 7 or 7.5, that means it's good.
Yeah, I liked it.
I told him, because the story is kind of going to make sense. I'm doing a Donald Trump weave.
We'll get you're weaving to it.
I'm weaving my way.
Okay.
They were saying this movie's like that Project Hail Mary is a fucking 10, and I was like, it's not a 10. I was like, but I said, in my defense, I looked back at my ratings, and I was like, I've given out like less than 10 10s since the year 2000. Like most years don't have a 10.
Mm-mm. I agree.
I was like, that means it's a perfect movie.
There's nothing This movie is exactly as a singular piece, unchangeable.
That's why I'm like
elemental.
That's why I'm like a 9 means it's fucking incredible.
Yeah.
Like I was looking back at my 10s, and it was stuff like Almost Famous, like a 10, or like the first Lord of the Rings. God, I loved fucking The Social Network.
Okay.
I thought it was a fucking 10.
Okay.
I was like, this is, and Zero Dark 30 is a fucking 10.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
I was like, you know what? I feel like Zero Dark 30 is a 10. I feel like it's aged. You have to develop and get better over time. And Zero Dark 30 is like, every time I watch it, I'm like, God, this is fucking better than I remember.
Wow. Okay. I got to check that out.
Check out Zero Dark 30. It's fucking
100%.
great. But it had Navy SEALs at the end, but I wouldn't call it a Navy SEAL movie.
Right.
There was that Wahlberg flick, Lone Survivor.
Yes.
Did you watch that?
I'm familiar
with
that
that. That was a good movie.
I didn't see
it.
It
Was a Navy SEAL movie.
This wasn't Navy SEALs. Guy Ritchie did a movie with Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, that was good.
That was great, and it wasn't Navy SEAls,
the
but
Covenant.
The Covenant. And
was he a former SEAL or was he a former something else?
I thought he was a former SEAL, but I haven't seen the movie in a couple of years, so I could be misremembering.
Because I'm like, there's very few where it's like it'll be a movie like Under Siege. Under Siege is great.
Yeah. Under Siege is great.
He's
it's not a Navy SEAL movie.
He is a Navy SEAL,
right,
but he's not on duty.
Yeah. He was dishonorably discharged.
Kicked out because he was rogue.
Yeah, exactly. Unlike Charlie Sheen, who somehow
I feel like the SEALs by their nature are very predictable, level-headed, rule-following guys, which doesn't necessarily make for interesting movies.
Right.
The only good Navy SEAL movie I can think of that I had mentioned previously was American Sniper.
Okay.
Because he's a Navy SEAL, and it's a real exploration of like the psychology of what is going on in a person's head that like makes them do this shit that's borderline crazy.
Yeah.
And it's like, because I'm so obsessed with being part of a team and protecting people and protecting my teammates that everything else is secondary. Like my family.
That's the one with Bradley Cooper that was directed by
Clint Eastwood.
Clint Eastwood, yeah.
And it's not really jingoistic in the way that Navy SEALs is.
Oh my God.
It like paints this is a deeply flawed man, but who has like noble intentions. It's just really good. So I would say check out American Sniper. Yeah, if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, I haven't seen American Sniper and Zero Dark 30.
Holy fucking shit, Zero Dark 30.
All right.
I own it. Let me see. I don't know if I can give you my Blu-ray because if I lost it, I'd have to kill someone.
I could stream it. I can stream
You'll find it?
I can find it. It's
I
I'm
do
sure
need
it's
to loan
somewhere.
you my bootlegs of Andor.
I have them already.
You found
actually.
it?
Yeah.
Did you watch season 2?
I have not seen it yet.
Fuck
dude,
you, dude.
I was in Boston for a week. I've been busy, dude. I have been busy. You gave it to me, and then I immediately had to go deal with the convention.
Did I give it to you?
Yeah, I have it.
Okay. I thought I hadn't given it to you.
No. I have it. I have it. And like it is like literally sitting on my entertainment center, giving me eyes that make me feel guilty that I haven't watched it yet.
Man.
But
all right.
Okay.
Sorry,
anyway,
we got way off.
We're talking about Navy SEAls.
Hold on. Is it my turn to try to
It's
talk
your
about the
turn
plot?
to like bring us up to speed.
Okay, shit. All right. Yeah, we got the Navy SEAls. We see them do a little mission at the beginning that's supposed to like show us how awesome they are.
Yeah.
They're going in to rescue some sailors that got like kidnapped and were being held hostage. So they rescue these guys. During the course of that mission, they stumble across like a warehouse full of American missiles that they never really explain how the bad guys came into possession of these. Whether they fell off the back of a truck or something,
they did.
you know?
They totally did.
Something like that.
They know a guy named Vinny who can get them some missiles.
So bad guys have a bunch of like American surface-to-air missiles, perfect weapons for terrorists, but they fail to destroy the weapons in that moment. They get out of there. All of a sudden, it's like, oh, this guy that you let go, the missiles that you left behind, is like one of the top terrorists in the world, but we never told you he existed.
Right.
Which is an
and
oversight.
Also, you don't watch the news and look at the interview that was on TV. Yeah.
So the SEALs are chomping at the bit to get another bite at the apple, but in the meantime, their boss tells them, "Hey, you guys are wound too tight. Go out, have some R&R, rest and relax." So they go and fuck around on a golf course, have a good time, and then all of a sudden, the intelligence community says, "Hey, we've located the missiles. They're on this boat. You same SEAL team, since you're apparently the only Navy SEALs that we have, we're going to send you back onto this boat, find the missiles, and it'll be end of story." So they go in there.
Yeah.
There are bad guys on the boat.
There are.
But the missiles aren't there.
No.
Doesn't really make sense.
Not at all.
But they've been fooled by the bad guys. They've been bamboozled.
Ugh, those bad guys.
The missiles are still in the wind, and that's where we're at.
That's where we're at. Yeah, good sum up. That's exactly. The only thing I would add is don't forget Chief's relationship.
Yeah, we got a guy,
only...
Chief. He was supposed to have gotten married, but they got called away for the mission when he was literally standing at the altar. So, yeah, he's got... He's the only one who has like a social life outside of the SEALs.
Only one who actually has any character development.
Yeah.
So you know what's going to happen to him. I believe it's actually, we're going to talk about it tonight, or if we're going to get damn close to it tonight.
Okay.
So anyway.
I'm ready.
So we're back. We're back on the news. We're looking at another news report. by our favorite reporter, Claire Varens. But we realize that she's recording voiceover for a new like segment about the ongoing civil war in Lebanon.
I feel like this is like this movie's attempt at that. Like, of course, radical jihadists are like not real Islam,
Right? Yeah.
Like
Yeah. It lays it real. Islam is one of the most peaceful religions. But actually,
it's the sentiment is definitely undermined by the plot,
right,
and,
exactly,
and certainly the attitude of Charlie Sheen's character, who thinks everyone who's Arab we should just
murder them all.
Kill
just
them.
murder them all.
Yeah,
easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Yeah. So yeah, she's landed on pretty thick in this documentary. Somehow Michael Biehn's character just wanders into a TV station control room, like no visitor badge, no escort. He's just there.
That's fucking crazy.
I mean, I guess like
did he just like flash his Navy SEAL badge?
Yeah, right, exactly.
Oh, go on ahead.
It's like, oh yes, please, sir.
Just help yourself.
Yeah, it's just the power of being good looking.
No escort. No like person who's like, I'm gonna stand with you and hand you off.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, that was nuts.
So he catches her eye, and then like we flash to like later. They're walking through the studio, having banter that just screams, "I'm going to be fucking you later in this movie."
Well, I got questions about that too, but we'll get to that later on. That's another episode, I think.
Anyway, he's like, "Look, I'm a fan of your reporting, and I'm wondering if if you're willing to share more about what you know about the situation in Lebanon to me." She's like, "Okay, dude. Who the fuck are you?" He starts by giving a super vague answer. He's not buying it.
He's like, I don't represent anybody.
Yeah.
I'm in the Navy.
I'm in the Navy.
Okay.
Like, coy. And she's like, I'm calling bullshit on that nonsense. And then he admits that he's a SEAL, and immediately she wants to go to lunch with him. Right?
I think you could like audibly hear her becoming aroused.
Yeah.
when she heard the word Navy SEAL.
Yeah. She's like, oh.
This is that sploosh moment. But we got to talk about this. This is not a thing that would ever happen.
Never in a million years.
No.
Nope.
He is not allowed to go out and start gathering his own intelligence.
We literally, okay, but not even that. Like, this is a highly secretive organization. In the first action sequence of the movie, he makes a big scene about how we don't exist.
Yes.
And now he's like literally telling a journalist that he's a part of this super secret.
Navy SEAL.
Yeah.
There's probably a lot more human beings that try to pick up women by saying they're Navy SEAL
claiming that
than there are actually Navy SEALs in the world. But yeah, no, he's an operator.
Right.
He's like, his job is to pull a trigger.
Yes.
That's what I said. Like, I don't feel like that's why there hasn't been great Navy SEAL movies, because the interesting part is like the hunt for the bad guys.
Right.
It's not the pulling of the trigger.
Right.
And these guys are not the hunters. They're just a weapon that gets
They're
called
literally
in.
A weapon. Right. They are a finger on a trigger. That is what they are.
They are an extension of the gun that they're holding.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I will say this movie's fucked up because I like did some research about just basically what Navy SEALs do. And like, they go on like 2-year rotations where they'll have 6 months of being deployed somewhere.
Okay.
At like some forward, like it might be wherever in Pakistan or Afghanistan, somewhere in the region.
Mm-hmm.
And then they'll have 18 months of being back stateside that's just like unwinding and training and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
They're not like bouncing back and forth from the Middle East to Washington mission by mission. It's like they would be permanently in the Middle East, and then they'd be permanently stateside for like 18 months before their next deployment.
I mean, like the thing, and this is I'm having a trouble doing that with this movie because it's so bad. But I try to put myself in the position of what filmmakers were allowed to get away with in the era, right? Mm-hmm. And like in the 90s, no one actually gave a shit about the realities of a Navy SEAL.
Reality, because no one knew.
No one knew.
Yeah.
And even if they did knew, it's like...
There was no internet.
That
was the thing. There was no internet. You could not possibly research this.
There's no fact-checking this.
It's like, gosh, I watched Top Gun. For a while, I was dating a girl who had been in the Army.
Uh-huh.
And we watched Top Gun because she had never seen it.
Mm-hmm.
And all she could talk about was how unrealistic it was. And I'm like, I mean, I'm sure it's unrealistic.
Yeah.
That's not the point.
Right.
But it's like, but nowadays I feel like there's an expectation that a military movie should have a degree of realism that in 1990 was not the case.
I also think that we're so far past the era of rah, war is good.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, I think that we largely as a society, I think, I mean, obviously there are some hawks still out there, but I think for the most part, we've realized, oh, wait, killing people is bad.
Right.
And maybe we should do everything we can to avoid killing
That should be like, the last resort.
Right, exactly. Now, I mean, obviously the moment that we're in proves me wrong, but
there's still a segment of the population that wants to shoot first and ask questions later.
But I think the people who are watching these types of movies, like real movies, aren't that segment, right?
No, yeah.
You know, I don't know how many like true Trump voters actually enjoy the Hurt Locker, because the Hurt Locker is basically a conversation on the addiction of war and how awful it is.
They like Rambo movies,
right?
Or
they
Commando.
Yeah, exactly.
Where it's like one strong man laying waste to an army of bad guys.
Right, and we love those movies too, but we're not using them as a model for our ego.
That's what I talk about when I talk about glorified violence.
Oh, 100%.
It's like we're killing people, and that's a good thing.
And it's a good thing. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Did you there was a movie recently called Warfare. Did you watch? Do you know that one?
I know that one. I haven't seen. Yeah. That was Alex
Garland.
Alex Garland.
Excellent movie.
Yeah.
But it had the look of a movie that might be a real like jingoistic movie, and it is not that. It is just like a real, I think, depiction of what it's like to be in combat, and like there is nothing about it that would make you think this is a good thing. It's like, holy shit, these guys are crazy for doing this job.
Yeah.
That might be another Navy SEAL, the movie that was like a good movie. I think it was a SEAL team. They got like pinned down in a building in Afghanistan or Iraq or somewhere. And it was, I think, based on the guy who wrote it and co-directed it was like a real SEAL who had gone through this.
Right. Just like Black Hawk Down was based on a real event.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So, and it is super intense, and it is like, there is nothing about this that makes you think like, oh man, this is like such a good, glamorous job.
Yeah.
The killing people and being shot at is so thrilling and exciting and entertaining.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's like, holy shit, war is hell. Like, this is fucking terrible. Anyway, check that one out too, Warfare. That was a pretty good flick.
Okay.
Sorry.
You're good.
Back on our Navy SEALs.
You're good. Navy SEALs is so bad we can't help but take diversions.
Reference better films.
which is instinctual. So later at a classy restaurant, Varens wants to know why like Bean is so interested in Shahid's group, right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I could not stop looking at the background out of the window and
great location.
Perfectly framed the Washington Monument was. Now, admittedly, I was looking at maps from 2026, but I could not find any building around the Washington Monument that would support a restaurant with that exact view.
I bet a lot has changed because that was not like blue screen or anything. I think that had to be real.
I mean, like, what a fucking
what a view
spot, right? I mean,
pulling out all the stops. I feel like Bean told him, hold the table for me.
Yeah, I know. Like, just
I got to seduce this
wild
reporter.
So but anyway, so Bean plays a coy, but Claire's like, I've got a hunch that this conversation is about missiles. Bean continues to play dumb.
Yeah, he's just like, missiles.
What's a missile? She's like she'd heard rumors that Shahid's group had managed to get their hands on a shipment of Stinger missiles, and now all of a sudden I've got a Navy SEAL asking me questions. I could put fucking 2 and 2 together, right? And then Bean, still doing this ridiculous ruse, goes, "Are you telling me they got their hands on U.S. missiles?" And she goes, "No, like you're basically telling me this right now."
That.
Yeah, exactly. Then Bean goes, "I didn't say that." And she goes, "Me neither." And it's getting very playful.
It was kind of humorous, actually. It was like the meet cute, but like involving like highly classified national secrets.
Fishing for classified information. So she asked what the SEALs are up to, and he goes, like, "We're just training right now." She asks her, like, if she can come see them in action. He's like, yeah, obvi.
Yeah. You think that's not going to be allowed?
No, that's not happening. This is fucking not happening.
I can't see it.
Anyway, cut to she's watching the SEAL training later on. And Bean is explaining that only about 10% of soldiers make it through the training to become SEALs.
Which I looked at. That's like the accurate figure.
That is the real figure.
People who enter the pipeline, only 10% make it out the other end as Navy SEALs.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not for everyone.
So while they're having this conversation, we're intercutting with like training drills and helicopter deployment and live ordnance being exploded
That
10
was
feet
wild.
away from these people. And I'm like, is that real? Part of me, like, I
can't
know,
imagine.
I
Yeah.
just don't think that that's real. It was...
And there was a few shots of like the real actors shooting and stuff like that.
Yeah. But Claire is impressed by all of it, and she goes, "All that and a paycheck too." Bean says, "Like that, like we don't do it for money. We do it to prove something to ourselves, right?"
See, that to me is where you could make an interesting SEAL movie.
Right.
Is
right.
like just exploring the psychology of this, because I do think it is a whole different breed of human that wants to do this. Yeah, like they're getting paid, I think, no different than any other enlisted men.
Right. No,
like
this
might be dog shit pay they're getting.
This is literally the classic example. If you do what you love, you don't have to work a day in your life. Like this is what they were born to do. There
was a moment earlier after the first like mission where they were on the aircraft carrier and the dudes were playing poker.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Come on and play with us, Lieutenant. Like, use some of that combat pay." And he was like, no, I'll keep my $60. And I feel like it's like, oh yeah, we were in a firefight. Right. Here's a bonus $60 on your paycheck for that.
I mean, $60 went a long way in 1990.
In 1990, yeah, that was like, oh my gosh, I remember when I started driving, gas was like 79 cents a gallon, 89 cents a gallon.
Unbelievable.
Crazy shit. Anyway.
Yeah.
We'll tell our kids one day,
yeah.
When I was your age, gas cost a nickel.
So later on, Bean is they're out of the outside training area and they've come into the diving tank training area where they do all of their underwater demolition.
They're
practice.
seeing a lot in one day.
It's so ridiculous to me. It's just absolutely preposterous that she would be allowed anywhere near any of this, right?
I gotta think that this stuff is like classified, especially the tanks and all that.
Oh, 100%, right? And like, even if they were going to let her on location, the number of NDAs that she would have had to sign to get here, why would she do it, right? Like, I'm coming here ostensibly for a report that I'm going to do at some point. If I'm just going to have to sign a bunch of NDAs denying that I was ever here, I'm not going to come to this bullshit. I don't have to work this hard to get laid. I'm a beautiful woman.
You don't get to fuck a Navy SEAL every
right. Well,
day,
I mean, that's fair. Okay, maybe she does have to put in the work to fuck a Navy SEAL. So anyway... So she like throws out that like, oh, okay, so you think that the missiles are on a ship, and he goes, no, this is just regular training.
Which that is true, because I think that SEAL training is like, as I had mentioned, I think on a previous episode, it's like basic underwater demolition and SEAL training. So I think that's what they're training for is like attacking ships at sea, like planting bombs on propellers and shit like that. Or whatever.
Yeah. At this point, Charlie Sheen like shows up at the window and is like kissing the glass on the window. And she goes, "Is that normal?" And he goes, "No, that's abnormal. And we better get out of here before he starts pressing something else up against the window." And he does say something.
That was a pretty good joke.
It's a good line. He does say something too about Sheen being more fish than man at this point, which they do pay off at the end of the movie.
True.
It's like one of the few moments of foreshadowing that they do at any point in this movie.
Yeah, this is not that type of flick.
This is not
Back to the Future.
No. Indeed, it is not. So later on, Bean is driving Claire, and she's asking if you've ever been out to the Middle East, and he goes, "Yeah, I was in Beirut back in '83. I lost a lot of friends in the Marine barracks bombing,"
which was autobiographical to the writer Farrer or whatever.
Oh, really?
He was like a Navy SEAL deployed in Beirut in '83, '84.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, I think he like was not obviously in the barracks or whatever when it happened, or was a survivor.
Yeah,
but like he was like firsthand. Like that was his experience.
Yeah. Bean pumps her for information again and says, "Hey, are you going to share information with me?" And she's like, "Nah, I'm a journalist, not a spy, bro." Meanwhile, Bean is back to his nervous jerking of the steering wheel on his vehicle, which just every time I saw it, it would just make me laugh. Because it's just like, have you never driven a car before?
If you were riding a passenger, you'd be very motion sick. In that car, you'd be like throwing up.
Just so silly. And I don't know why I got so hung up on it, but
it was so bad.
It's so bad. I could not help but like draw my attention to that. So anyway, so I guess he's driving her to a second training location.
What is it? This is fucking crazy. Like, there's a lot of driving around and seeing shit for one day.
I know. It's just the whole thing is so preposterous. But anyway, it looks like a place where terrorists would hold victims, right? Like it's set up to look that way. And he tells her that this is called the Kill House, that's used exclusively for close quarter combat. QCB, as he says.
Yeah, sure.
So she steps close, thinking that he's flirting with her, thinking that, CQB is actually.
She's like, that sounds fun.
Right, yeah, that's fun.
That's
like,
fucking crazy.
Is that an initialism for sex? Right? Like, she's ready. She's hot to trot, She goes, oh, that sounds like fun. And he goes, oh, it is. At which point, like, was that the cue? Like, were people listening on the radio for him to say, oh, that is?
There's a lot of questions because on cue.
Half a second later, this whole place is swarmed with his team using live ammunition, shooting up all of these targets that are surrounding them on all sides.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Bean is coming in this moment. Like, he is literally coming in his pants. Claire is losing her fucking mind. Once the shooting is done, she pulls away and she storms out of there. Right?
That was batshit crazy.
Just, I wrote down as like, is this?
That's an instant court martial.
I mean, it's like this is borderline war crime level here. I mean, like
the whole platoon's about to get fired.
Oh my god, unfucking real.
And, like you said, when did they coordinate this?
Yeah. It's just like, when did they have there wasn't cell phones. Like, he couldn't be texting.
When he went to cold call her at the TV station, was he like at precisely 3:27?
Yeah.
And 41 seconds, burst into the kill house and shoot all around us. I'm going to have her in there, no doubt.
There's no. It's just dumb, man. It's just dumb.
Just dumb. It's not. Did you watch Glass Onion?
Of course. Yeah, that's what I'm referencing when I say it's
so stupid. It's brilliant.
Stupid.
It's just stupid. It's just dumb.
Yeah.
It's not so dumb. It's brilliant. It's just dumb.
So Bean follows Claire, grabs her arm. She pulls away, understandably, and demands an explanation. Understandably.
Absolutely. Of course she's pissed off.
Yeah. Like,
it's fucking insane.
She would be marching her way to the nearest phone and calling the police to report an assault.
She's got a hell of a story to write as well.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. Like, anyway, he was like, I just wanted to show you what it was like being in the middle of a war and not being able to do a damn thing about it. I'm like,
I'm pretty sure she knows all about that.
Yeah,
if she's like tied in with Lebanon,
yeah, right. She's been in that, So Bean says, like, look, we both know that Shahid has the missiles, and like, what are we going to do about it? What are we going to do to stop this terrorist from using these Stinger missiles? Claire asks if the SEALs are going to go after him, and he says that, like, yeah, hell yeah, we are if we can find him.
Mm-hmm.
She insists that she doesn't know where Shahid is, and Bean asks her if, like, do you know who knows? Like, who,
Yeah.
Claire hesitates, though, and she's like, frankly, son, I don't trust you. Like,
that should be an understatement.
Yeah. Like, again, understandably.
No regular human is just going to be like, well, all right, all is forgiven.
Yeah, you're
for
good.
The shit that you just pulled.
Here, let me expose all of my delicate sources to you.
Right.
So later on that night, he's driving down the street, and he miraculously seen Michael Bean's car, like his Jeep. Like, what are the odds of that? I mean, I know Norfolk's not big as LA or something, but like.
Well, so when he goes in the place, the hostess is like,
"Oh, hi,
hey, good to see you,
Hawkins."
Yeah, she calls him Hawk. And I'm like, maybe this is like the spot that they all.
I guess so.
They all take their floozies.
They bring their conquests.
They all take their conquests.
Yeah.
After they take them to the kill house, and then they take them to this Italian restaurant.
This is literally everybody's first date.
They
in his
seal
squad.
the deal. Yeah.
So he does. He pops in. He gets the notice from the front. The concierge. She's like, "Hey, can I borrow your phone?" When he sees Claire and Bean talking,
I like to imagine every couple in there is a SEAL with a different floozy.
That is hilarious. I love that. 100%. That's what this restaurant is.
This is where we take this. The whole restaurant's like just a front.
So he calls
roofies in every drink.
He calls in to some number. I'm not even sure what
it must be the SEAL headquarters.
It's got to be, right? But Hawk, like, is he pretending to be someone else?
That's what got me. He could have just said this is Hawkins, Paige.
Yeah,
Paige Michael Biehn.
Right.
But he pretends to be Captain Dunn.
Okay.
I guess that's the CO. I guess. That's a fucking instant court martial.
Also, I mean, like, there's just court martials flying left and right in this movie.
Yeah, he's like, this is Captain Dunn. Can you page?
Yeah, could you
page
page
Michael Biehn?
and have him come to HQ immediately, and then just hangs up the phone. If I were on the other end of that, I'd be like, I'm going to have to call the captain back and verify this because that was super suspicious.
Right. There's got to be like clearance numbers and stuff
you
like that.
You didn't give me any sort of information to prove that you actually were who you said you were. Anyway, so after he makes the call, he pops around the booth. He plops in, sits down without asking for permission.
He just
immediately
pours himself a glass of wine. That shit was crazy.
It's just like ridiculous, dude. Biehn like explains that Claire, she's a journalist who specializes in Beirut, and then Sheen like goes full on racist.
Holy shit!
Just the next like 10 minutes of this movie are so awkward.
Yeah.
He goes like, "Oh, it's one of my favorite spots. What a shithole."
He should run for president.
And she goes like, "Well, I'm partially from that shithole." And he goes, "Oh, no offense." Like he starts backtracking.
No, before that, he's like.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
The ragheads knock each other off left and right. And that's when she's like,
that's right.
First of all, she was introduced as a journalist. He's just immediately going into his racist shit.
Right. And
this is our hero.
I'm pretty sure that unless you explicitly say this is all off the record, it's on the fucking record.
It's on the record unless you say it's off the record.
Right.
Yeah.
So
this is wild shit.
In reality, what she's doing right now is getting the research for her Pulitzer Prize.
This is going to be an amazing story.
This is literally going to win her the Pulitzer Prize. Like, this is unbelievable what she has seen in the last 24 hours.
Yeah. And she didn't have to, like, do any work.
No.
The story came to her.
Yeah. So, anyway... So, yeah, that's right. So she says that she's half rag.
Right.
And he goes, "Oh, I guess I've done it again, haven't I? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend you. I'm just being me, you know."
I love that.
It's like that's sort of excuse.
I'm just being me.
Yeah. Like, no, man.
Through raw charisma, Sheen manages to make it funny.
Jesus Christ, dude. Anyway, so Bean's pager starts to go off. He's like, "Oh shit, I have to go. Like, could you give her a ride home?" And he's like, "Gladly."
Way too creepy.
I mean, at that point, I would have, if I were Bean, I would have stopped. He was like, "You know what? On second thought, I can drop you off on my way." You know,
yeah, right.
It's just like, there's no way I'm leaving you alone with this.
Not
loser.
with this creep.
No, not at all. Claire says, "Don't worry, I'll be fine." And then Bean takes off. Then Claire goes, "Oh, where were we?" And he goes, "Well, I was insulting your heritage, and we were having dinner." And I'm like,
3 cheers for casual racism.
Oh my god, dude. Casual racism and borderline sexual assault within 30 seconds of meeting
we're about
woman.
to get to
it gets way
beyond
worse.
beyond borderline.
So somehow we're at the end of the dinner and Claire is still with, Charlie Sheen's character. And I've got to believe that she's been sticking it out because she's just been taking notes this whole time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sheen is like, he's telling her more horrible racist stories.
Holy shit.
Just like,
I grew up in the wetback section of Fresno. Holy shit.
Like starts talking about,
what the fuck is the matter with you?
Dude, and then he starts talking
you
about,
are one of the least redeemable.
No.
There's nothing about you that's admirable.
Every scene that he's in, I'm like, why doesn't a terrorist kill him already?
He's a fucking sack of shit.
Just unbelievable, dude.
Yeah, that's wild shit to be saying.
I just don't understand why one of the 8 billion population of the planet Earth who helped write this script thought that he would be a redeeming character.
Right? Like, why? How do you write this character and think the audience is gonna love this guy?
Yeah, exactly.
He's a fucking great guy.
Right? Exactly.
I don't know. It reminds me, like I was saying, that character in Best of the Best, who's just like overtly racist.
Yeah.
And we're supposed to find it charming and funny.
Yeah, and it's just
it's like, no, you're a piece. You're just this guy's a sack.
Person.
He's just a sack of shit.
Right, exactly. He needs to be court-martialed and spend the rest of his life in a military prison so that we never have to interact with him again. And he's never redeemed.
No,
he's never redeemed in this movie.
No apologies. No growth as a human.
Anyway, after like the 6th or 7th or 8th racial slur, he finally realizes that, maybe I shouldn't be saying racial slurs right now. And he goes, "You're actually going to make me think before I talk, aren't you?" And she like says back to him, "I'm sure that would be a first." Which, good rejoinder. So immediately he goes back to talking about himself, and then immediately goes back into racist remarks.
Yeah, he's talking about like his dad was wounded in World War II.
Jap
Bunny
Japanese soldier. Yeah,
and she just like grinning about it. I feel like in 2026, this would be a story like. In 1 hour spent with a Navy SEAL, he's made like half a dozen racist comments and tried to rape me.
Oh my God. Yeah, right. Which we're getting to that now, right? So he pulls off rather than taking her back to the hotel, which he explicitly asked him to do. He drives to a beach, and she's like, "What are we doing?" And he's like, "Well, hopefully each other if everything goes as planned."
What the fuck?
Jesus Christ.
Does that usually work? Does that move usually work?
I mean, I can't imagine it working, but the 90s was clearly a very weird time.
It was the era of Charlie Sheen.
Also, I'm not Charlie Sheen. It's Charlie Sheen in the 90s. So anyway, so she pulls away and he just like moves closer to her, like just making the situation way worse. She's like, "Look, I want you to take me to my hotel." Wait, hold on.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Right. She's like, "I want you to take to my hotel." And he's like, "Yeah, because you want to fuck me," basically. Like, that's not the exact line.
I don't think he hears no very often.
No. This is not a word.
He's like, "What do you? We got the ocean, we got the moon. Two people are strongly attracted to each other."
And she's like, "Two?
Well,
one's not bad.
1 out of 2 ain't bad."
Yeah.
Which is funny, but also like, he just won't take no for an answer.
Not happening. So eventually, she just gets out of the car and just starts walking away. And he hops out of the car and chases after her. And she's like, "Look, I am not even remotely interested in you. And if I have to, I will walk back to my hotel from here."
I feel like if she had pepper spray, she would have sprayed him with
long
it.
ago, like an hour ago.
Like he's grabbing her and not letting her walk away.
Yeah, exactly.
This is our hero, a trigger-happy, racist
sexual
pest.
abusable. Yeah, it's
crazy.
Unbelievable. And then I actually have a note here. Wow, the 90s sure was a different time.
Yeah.
So I guess he stops with his attempts at sexual assault and does drag her back to her hotel.
Well, not with an apology, though.
No apology.
He's like, I guess the weekend at Acapulco or whatever, I guess the weekend in Bora Bora is out of the question. And she just laughs it off, and it's like, okay.
I mean, again, the whole time she's just thinking about the Pulitzer Prize that she's about to win, right?
But, like, no woman's getting back in the car with this guy.
Not a chance in hell.
I don't think.
No.
But this is what Charlie Sheen does best, I think, is, like, playing the bad boy, burnout, like, piece of shit fuck boy.
I mean, his burnout characters are his best characters.
Like, that was it. I mean, it was Ferris Bueller, right? Wall Street. He did this one. He did Major League. He was like a burnout piece of shit.
Yeah.
I mean, and his 2.5 Men character, I think, is like a burnout.
He is. I mean,
sexual.
Like, the only movie I can think of in his heyday that was Red Dawn, where he played like a genuine kid thrust into
just
a hard situation
kid
who rises to the challenge of being, a great soldier. But
did you ever watch his movie? He did a movie called The Wraith.
No.
Did you see that?
No,
you would like that one.
Oh yeah.
It was like before any of this. It was 86, I think.
Okay.
And he was like, it was like a teen. It was weird. It was like a mysterious entity called the Wraith is killing these like bad teens in this town. You should watch it. I think it's on Prime for free.
No, actually,
who else is in it?
Was he like a ghost or something?
Yeah.
And like in the soul of a car or something? Yes, I have seen The Race. I do love that movie.
It had, what's her name from Twin Peaks? The really hot, the hotelier's like daughter.
Sherilyn Fenn.
Yeah.
I do remember that movie. I forgot that it was called The Wraith. I have seen that movie, and I do love that movie.
That shit is wild.
Yeah,
very watchable.
Yeah, that's a fun movie. It's a little bit outside of the scope of our milieu.
Not for this podcast.
Definitely a great movie.
Check out The Wraith.
Yeah, for sure. So later on, Michael Biehn, he's pissed off and he's like driving back. I don't know where he's heading at this point, but he's
looking for Sheen, I think.
I gotta believe that he is.
He's pissed off.
And so that is the only explanation that explains why.
Blocking ass motherfucker.
Fucking unbelievable.
Well, I think he was heading to the hotel. Because he figured she was probably trying to fuck her at the hotel.
Exactly. So he's in the hotel, sees Sheen pulling out, pulls a Yui right in the middle of the road. Thank God Norfolk, Virginia is not populated at all because this road is completely empty.
Yeah.
Runs him down, honks, pulls in front of him, forces him to pull over, hops out of his car. Goes, what kind of bullshit was that? And Sheen just like absolutely unrepentant goes,
Full
hey,
piece of shit mode.
Trust me with your life, not your money or your wife.
That's a fucking crazy line.
Fucking believable.
It's a great line. It has to be something that gets said.
Oh my God.
Amongst the seals.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Like,
but
that's not one that a writer wrote without having heard it.
Yeah.
But it's wild shit to say.
But also, like, shame on Michael Biehn character because he knows who Charlie Sheen's character is.
That's true.
He has to know what his motivations are all along. And shame on him for leaving Claire alone with Charlie Sheen.
True.
You know?
I was distracted by the sheer number of pleats in Charlie Sheen's pants. It was just like wall-to-wall pleats.
Pleats upon pleats. His pleats had pleats.
Exactly. It was nuts.
Yeah. Anyway, so Biehn calls Sheen an asshole. And he's like, look, I told her about the stinger, and she was just about to tell me, like, useful information that'll help us recover those fucking missiles. Right? And he's like, what, you think you're like CIA or something?
Yeah.
And he's like, no. Claire is the only shot that we have of tracking down Shaheed and the Stingers because obviously the U.S. intelligence infrastructure is fucking worthless, right?
I feel like Sheen is right to be stunned.
Right.
Like, this is some crazy shit.
No. Like, why are
Michael
you doing
Biehn
this?
is like telling her like sensitive, classified information to a reporter. Like, he might be, maybe he's right, maybe she's their best shot, but
still,
this is still fucking insane behavior.
Not how you do
this. This is
shit.
outside the realm of your role as a Navy SEAL.
Like,
you just sit around and wait for your next orders. You're not like, I got to go find this reporter myself and try to romance her and to seduce her into giving me information.
Neither one of these characters are particularly redeemable, if I'm being frank.
It is. It's a strange idea. It's a strange movie.
Sheen is just a despicable individual all around that you want dead from the first scene he's in to the last scene he's in. Michael Biehn is just a feckless loser who's bad at his job as a Navy SEAL commander. Anyway, so Sheen, all of a sudden, when he realizes all this, gets a very guilty look on his face, and Biehn goes, "We've still got her, right?"
That was she's our only hope, and I just assaulted her.
Just sexually assaulted her, yeah. And she's like, sure, yeah, she's still around. And he's like, okay, look, I need you to help me win her over. And Charlie Sheen's like, okay, cool, yeah, I'm definitely on board with this nonsense.
Right.
I'm like, okay, right. Okay, so it's sometime later. We don't know how long it is, but Biehn arrives at the naval base, and we see a plane carrying Algerian diplomats has been shot down by Shaheed's goons and one of those Stinger missiles.
Yeah, it was the classic TV news trope.
Oh, 100%. Like,
once again, to recap our main story.
Yeah. As you bear with us, we're going to bury exposition in this new news clip.
Yeah.
And intelligence then also reports that, like, look, they're planning on doing more attacks using these Stinger missiles.
Sure.
Right? So,
which has happened, right? Like, didn't one of those plane crashes over like Ukraine was like Russians shot down a passenger plane with a surface-to-air missile.
That's right. Yeah. I mean, it's so funny because you can kind of dissect this movie, and if careful enough, you can pull out the segments that were clearly a part of the original script, because those are the parts that are grounded and that you watch and you actually go, yeah, that could be a thing, right?
Yeah.
And then then you get into different layers. Like, okay, well, here's the scene that Charlie Sheen clearly wrote. Here's the scene that Michael Biehn clearly wrote. Here's the attempt at humanizing these characters. Like, you can dissect this script into all of its component parts. Anyway, so Biehn rushes over to Claire's place to pressure her to cooperate with him. And this is the point that was like, wait. Does she live in Norfolk, or
she's
is she
in
just
a hotel
visiting? Right? So it's like,
is she here to work? She's here working on a story?
Yeah, it's like coincidences upon coincidences upon coincidences. I mean, it's like maybe her house got... Like,
no, they're just redoing her hardwood.
Yeah, she's like, I know.
She's staying in a hotel for a while.
So she's just like, it was just so stupid. Like, it didn't make any fucking sense. I'm like, all right, I give up. I'm just going to like mention it and move on. She says like my ethics as a journalist basically creates a situation where I am not going to involve myself in a story that helps the SEALs. Like, I just can't do that, right? And he's like, look, who are you helping by not getting involved? But that doesn't like move her at all.
I feel like they're both making valid points.
Yeah, I agree. But she's like, look, you go ahead and you report on this attack, and then the next one, go ahead, and when that attack happens, you get the names of all the people who die from it, right?
Low blow.
Yeah, low blow. He's about to storm out, but she like stops him. She has her kind of come to Jesus moment. And she's like, look, maybe we can find a middle ground here. I can't volunteer this information, but any questions that you ask me, I will do my best to answer, right? So the classic loophole.
Well, it's also the thing of like, of course, it shouldn't be him that she's talking to, though.
Right.
It should be the intelligence people.
I agree. Right.
Like, he should
be like, great, I'm going to bring you to my intelligence guy. He will ask you these questions.
Not like, I'm going to relay the information and we're going to hope that you're not actually working me and giving me bad information on purpose.
Oh, my God.
Anyway.
Well, I mean, they have to have sex at some point in this movie, and if she's lying to him, they're not going to.
I'm not sure that they do, though. But we'll still get to that. I'm not sure if they ever did fuck.
All right, we'll get there. Okay. So anyway, we cut to back to the beachside house, which I assume is the same house from the beginning.
I don't think so. No, this was like on the water. It was like boat on either side.
Oh.
It was like a floating home.
Oh wow!
I assume it's Michael Biehn's house. It's fucking weird.
Unclear.
I think it's technically probably a boat, but I don't think it moves anywhere.
Oh, okay.
But it was like
one of those floating houses on Lake Union in Seattle.
Is that a thing?
It's real. Seattle.
Okay. Probably Norfolk has it too then, but it was like a split level home that was on the docks.
I did not pay that close attention.
No, it was not. I don't know what the house was at the beginning. Right. That was like the party house.
Yeah, the party house. Yeah. Anyway, so Bean is rifling alone, by the way, in his office. There's dossiers everywhere.
There's classified material.
Just so much just gathered around, open, exposed everywhere. He sees the photo of one guy. He realizes that it's important, grabs another document, looks at it, and it's like the two guys are the same guys in the same photo in two completely different documents. And then like that's his epiphany, right? At which point he walks out and you realize that this journalist is on the other side of a wall of reams and reams and reams of classified information. And she's just chilling, having a drink with Charlie Sheen's character.
Just a little day drinking. And
you're like, what?
Compromising national security.
What in the actual fuck is going on at this point?
That's what I'm saying. This would never happen.
It's so ridiculous.
This is instant court-martial.
Unbelievable.
Or probably like treason. Like,
oh, yeah. No, this is sedition at this point. Or I don't know what the word is, but this is not good. Anyway, Bean brings out the file, and he was like, hey, this is one of Shahid's lieutenants. Do you have any info on him? And she's like, well, that guy's been missing for months, but he was most likely kidnapped by Mossad, right? So at this point, he's out of the game anyway if Mossad has him, right? Sheen suggests, though, that like maybe we should kidnap him from Mossad.
No, I think it was we should just kidnap anybody. We should kidnap somebody too and torture them for information, I guess, or whatever.
So it wasn't him specifically.
I think
he was just suggesting we kidnap anybody.
In any event, you didn't need Claire for this.
No, she did nothing here.
What if we kidnapped someone?
Yeah.
And we waterboarded them until they told us what we want to know. You didn't need Claire's help to come up with that brilliant idea.
Jesus. Anyway, she was like, no, that wouldn't work because these guys would rather die than betray their cause.
It's crazy because it's like, fuck it, we're doing it anyway.
We're doing it anyways because we cut to Michael Biehn having already pitched this idea to his bosses. Some target that's close to Shahid and the big guy in charge who, again, we have no idea who he actually is.
Yeah, he's got to be like the Undersecretary of Defense or something like that.
Anyway, he says that the president's not going to sign off on a kidnapping on foreign soil. Another intelligence guy, I guess probably CIA.
Yeah, he wasn't in uniform. He was just like in regular civilian clothes.
Yeah, just like a douche. Yeah,
regular douche,
intelligent douche,
power douche.
Yeah. So he like pipes up and he says like, "Hey, like one of these guys that you pitched to us, he's actually been a paid informant for us before."
Which these guys fucking suck at their job.
Fucking believable.
You already have an informant that's close to this guy, and you're like,
and you're not realizing this until a fucking like SEAL lackey brings this to you?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Just what in the shit is going on here?
They fucking suck at the intelligence part of being in the CIA.
And it's just like you have so much sympathy for everybody, all of the SEALs who die in this movie. And it's just like, because these are the people that are sending him on these missions.
I guess we could call our informant that is his right-hand man.
I reiterate that unintentionally, the main message of this movie is that the American government is bad at its job. Like, that's it. And it's getting people killed unnecessarily because it's bad at its job.
Yep.
Anyway, so he's like, this guy is probably just too scared to come forward to share intel on Shaheed. But look, if we extract him and make it look like a kidnapping, then we can pay him and he'll tell us anything we want to hear, right?
Sure.
Yeah, fine. I don't care, movie.
It's very convoluted.
Like, it just doesn't, that's fine. Yeah, I'm just like, yeah, movie, you do you, and we're going to just like roll with the punches here. And he's like, okay, that plan might work. I'll take it to the president.
I think we got to talk about how weird this scene is.
This is just...
We can't kidnap him, but what if we snatched him without his knowledge of what's going on and his permission, and we whisk him away to an undisclosed location, and then we try to bribe him,
right,
so that it's not a kidnapping?
Well, that's the difference between kidnapping and whatever this is.
I have a theory.
Okay, I'm ready to hear this.
So there's a story about when they were making Top Gun. Originally, Tom Cruise ends up fucking the Charlie character. And originally, it was written that Charlie was like a higher ranking officer within the Top Gun program, and the Navy said that would never happen. A superior officer would never fuck a subordinate. That would never happen, even though I'm sure it fucking happens.
Yeah, of course.
Right? But they were saying that would never happen. We won't cooperate with this movie anymore unless you change it. So they said, well, okay, who would he be interacting with that he could have sex with? And they said, well, if it was a civilian contractor, then that, so that's how that all happened.
Oh, okay.
I have a theory that the Navy said, we would never kidnap somebody. You have to change that.
Yeah.
Well, what if it just looked like a kidnapping, but it was actually
a ruse?
A ruse because this guy really was just a paid informant. And they're like, oh yeah, that would be fine. Totally.
It's all about plausible deniability.
That's what I think happened is even though I'm sure the SEALs kidnap people fucking all the time.
I mean,
it's like, no, we would never admit to doing that publicly.
Right.
So if we're cooperating with the production, they would never kidnap somebody. It has to be just a ruse. I feel like they had already scripted. Maybe they already shot the kidnapping scene and they were like, oh, fuck. We got to have a scene that makes it where this isn't actually a kidnapping.
Bring back everybody in that one scene that we had no intention.
It was probably a pickup scene.
Yeah, exactly.
We just have to explain to the audience this is not actually a kidnapping.
I 100% believe that that's true.
It just looks and sounds and smells like a kidnapping, but it's actually not a kidnapping.
It's not a kidnapping.
It's just a fake kidnapping.
Because there's money involved.
It's a fake kidnapping. Even though the guy who's getting the money doesn't know it's happening. So as far as he's concerned, he's getting kidnapped.
Being kidnapped.
Yeah.
But it's not a kidnapping.
Later on, he's going to find out that they're going to give him money, so it's not a kidnapping. Yeah, that's my theory. That's what's going on here.
I believe it. So later on, we're back in the weird underground bunker that I guess is the SEAL headquarters, and they have already somehow constructed a 3D model of the compound that this guy is staying in. And it is remarkably detailed for how, I mean, this has been 2 months or it's
probably a couple weeks later or something.
Right. Yeah. But this movie is there's such a time pressure on it. You don't get the sense that this is 2 weeks later.
Right. Yeah.
Right. And so anyway, but it's still hilarious, the juxtaposition though, because you've got this highly advanced technology center with giant projector screens and it's all underlit with but with LEDs. And then in the center place with this god light focused right on top of it is this really shitty, cheap 3D model of this compound that they're going to invade.
Sure.
And it's just hilarious to me. So they run through their assignments and each member of the team, they explain where they're going to go, right? So Sheen's character, he's going to be control the outside perimeter, and then Michael Biehn and the others, they're going to infiltrate inside the house and grab the target. Bill Paxton's going to be in his sniper nest. blah, 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 blah. And it's very efficient, and they do this one after the other, right? Their commanding officer says that the only possible hostile is going to be the target's bodyguard, so this should be a walk in the park. Famous last words. And he'd be like, I would even be happy if there were no shots fired. And then Charlie Sheen goes, so would he, I'm sure. Which is just like, okay, well, we know you're going to go kill him now.
There's a giant shit-eating grin from like the character Ramos in the background.
Yeah.
I swear, when I was 12, I gobbled that shit up too. I was like, so would he, I'm sure. I was like, oh, what a fucking badass. Oh, he's so cool.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Charlie Sheen is so fucking cool.
I wish I had seen this movie as a 10-year-old so I could have experienced
you had a different experience
and believe that it was cool. Because again,
you would have thought this is a fucking great film.
Right, exactly.
This is a film.
Right, exactly. But because I've only ever seen this as an adult, it's a hot steaming pile of garbage.
Those Charlie Sheen one-liners, man, they work when you're like a tween.
It's so fun though. This is so much fun. I really love doing the research on this one. So much opportunity to pause and just go, what the fuck? Anyway, we're going to leave it there.
Absolutely.
We're going to be back next week with part 4. We're making our way through Navy SEALs.
Yeah, man. I love this one. Thanks for coming on the journey with us.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Thanks, everybody.
Go pour another drink. And,
we're going to get one more drink.
Cue up the next episode.
That's right. All right. Well, until then,
we'll be back.
The boys are back in town.